A Baltimore judge has ruled that there will be separate trials for each of the 6 officers charged in the death of Freddie Gray. This ruling comes on the heels of the judge's refusal to drop the charges and ask State Prosecutor Marilyn Mosby to recuse herself. Criminal defense attorney Janet Johnson joins us now via Skype to discuss from Jacksonville. Good to see you, Janet. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Let's talk about the ramifications of separate trials. I have heard this actually could be good for the officers.
Yeah, what the officers didn't want to have is somebody tried with murder to be tried with someone who was tried with misconduct, because a jury is going to hear that and think this is a lot more serious than just misconduct. And the other issue is there's a case called Bruton versus United States. If somebody confessed in one of the cases, it shouldn't be held against another one of the defendants who didn't confess. So it's always good for at least the one officer who didn't confess to not be in trial with the other officer. It also is going to string this out for months and months and months, and one of the last officers may either benefit from acquittals of earlier officers or may work out a deal along the way.
How does that work as far as which trial starts first? Because it sounds like if you're in the later trials, you could benefit.
You could benefit, although the state also has had the benefit of hearing testimony, and they might get better as it goes along. But probably the most serious charges will be tried first, because these are the defendants who, actually are culpable for the murder. And those are the people they're probably going to want to nail first. And the later defendants may end up kind of falling by the wayside. If there's acquittals, the later defendants will probably never stand trial.
The defense was hoping that the judge would agree to recuse Marilyn Mosby. That did not happen. Were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised. I've actually successfully recused state attorneys' offices. Usually they agree if there's the appearance of some kind of impropriety. But what did surprise me is he was very critical of her. I mean, he basically said this could be professional misconduct, and this might be a matter that the bar could handle if you did something that was inappropriate. And he basically said, talking about the evidence to the press and talking about whether these officers cooperated or not was inappropriate, but it doesn't warrant either dismissal or kicking you off the case.
Interesting. Always great to have you, Janet Johnson. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Lynn.